God's response. And spoiler alert, God's right and Moses is wrong. Now, I wish I could teach a leadership session off of this text because I would really love to. One of my favorite things to teach as a leader, for those who work closely with me especially, I always train this. I say, big doors swing on little hinges. I didn't make that up, but I say it all the time. And I'm trying to get them to understand when I say that to them is, you may think this really doesn't matter, but big doors swing on little hinges. You know, it matters to me how we run our e-kids ministry. Do you know what I'm saying? Because if they feed your kid a rotten animal cracker and they get sick in the emergency room or something like that and you sue the church, or if they choke back there, that could be a big door to a lawsuit that swings on a little hinge. So I'm like, let's be safe in the children's ministry, or even little things. I mess up things sometimes and I have to tell myself, slow down, because big doors swing on little hinges. In the case of Moses, you might ask the question when God gives him the command to stretch out his staff over the sea. What good is something so small stretched over something so big? How could something as small as a stick affect something as big as a sea? Well, big doors swing on little hinges. Or you might say, big seas open with little sticks. And that would be a good leadership sermon. Even just the other week, I didn't tell you this yet, LJ, but I messed up. I texted Tiffany that I wanted her to do her new song, and I wanted her and David to sing it. And when I sent the text, I said, we need to try it in church one Sunday. This was on a Saturday night, and I wasn't gonna be at church the next day. I was off that weekend. And so I texted her, I said, hey, we need to do that in church. We haven't done it in church yet. We need to do it in church one Sunday. Well, I turned on church online, and they were doing it the next day. I thought, wow, what a turnaround time. What an inspiring, motivational leader I am. They did it that quick. I mean, I thought maybe they would get everybody ready and let the band rehearse. They turned that thing around quick. And I thought, well, that's kind of strange. They should have given the band more time to learn it, and maybe the singers and everything like that. So I pulled back up the text and I said, man, why was Tiffany so overeager? Like, we didn't have to do it within 12 hours. We could have done it next week or something like that. And I pulled back up the text that said, we need to do it one Sunday. Or so I thought I texted, but what I actually texted was on Sunday. So big inconvenience for them because of one letter for me. And now everybody's scrambling to learn a song, and I didn't mean we have to do it tomorrow, but one letter. Everybody say one letter. One word, just one word. And now everybody's having to pull out chord charts, because you have to understand that big doors swing on little hinges. Good marriages die by little eye rolls. Big problems, big addictions begin with little curiosities. By the same token, great joy can erupt from small praise. Yeah. By the same token, just a small decision, the smallest decision that you make can be a hinge to the biggest event. And I prove it to you from this, the Exodus narrative. Exodus means exit. This is to be the defining